right, we rolling.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we get started, we're going to turn to the east and give our praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders, a great millstone. The men that taught us this truth is 100% truth. The true way of worshiping the Heavenly Father and His Son. We want to say peace and salutation to you hopefully elect out there. Shalom. It's a GMS Memphis Precamp, back at it once again with another pre-camp lesson. And this pre-camp lesson is going to be about the end times. Because right now, we're living in the end times, whether you believe it or not. Because a lot of prophecies are unfolding. And we seeing Donald Trump, he ain't wasting no time. The Lord is going to use this man to bring a whole lot of prophecy to pass. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Hope this pre-camp lesson be edifying. So let's start it out with their Romans 13.
This is Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
See, this is the time you need to be waking out of that sleep, that slumber you are in. Being dead, not knowing who you are, not knowing your true power, not knowing what the hell is going on. This is the time. Because we're seeing prophecies unfolding. We're seeing prophecy popping like popcorn. People acting crazy, bugged out. The love of many is waxing cold. And we seeing time is short. Shit. Wars happening. Like, we living in some crazy times. So this is the time you need to be waking out of sleep. Give me that in 1 Corinthians 7 and 29.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. Salaki, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short.
The time is short. We seeing the days, man, just flying. Matter of fact, let me take that back. We seeing the years flying. Man, we just was in 2024. Now we in 2025. Weeks going by fast, so the time is short. But why is the time short? Let's go to Matthew 24. I think there's 22.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
So except those days be shortened, no flesh will be saved. Man, Esau is like a madman. Ain't sparing nobody. Not even sparing his own kind, his own people. So long as this man continue to run, bro, no flesh ain't gonna be saved out here. He'll kill everybody except himself. Keep going.
Yep, and it says in Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened.
But for the elect's sake, keep read it again.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
So everything is for the elect's sake. The one who the Lord has chosen to receive the salvation. So the Lord is speeding up time. That's why you're seeing these years, the year 2024 just flew by. These weeks flying by like it ain't nothing. Go back to that 1 Corinthians.
All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though they wept not.
All right. It said, those that have wives be as though they have none. Now, why is that? Jump to verse, I think, 32, I think. Yeah.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 32. But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord.
So those who have those who single, that don't have a wife, keep reading.
that is unmarried, but I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belongeth to the Lord.
So a man that is unmarried, a man that is single, that doesn't have a woman, care for the things that belongs to the Lord. He gonna give his mind to prophecy. He gonna give his mind to the laws, statutes, and commandments. Do things that are pleasing to the Lord. Keep reading.
How he may please the Lord.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Keep going on there.
Picking up at verse 33. But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world.
So he that is married care for the things of the world, how he can please his woman. Because woman is all about, hey, let's have fun. Let's go out to eat. Let's do this. Let's do that. But the whole time, bro, prophecy is unfolding. You going to be distracted by the distraction, pleasing your woman. So jump back up to verse 29.
So 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none.
Keep going.
And they that weep as though they wept not.
So those that weep be as those that weep not. This ain't the time to be weeping. Ain't the time to be crying, getting emotional. Man, America is going down the drain. Donald Trump deporting the Mexicans. We next. This ain't the time to be weeping and shit. This is the time you need to be girding up your loin, cause hey, it's finna be a war out here, a civil war. So you need to be getting your mind straight. Keep going.
As though, so like you're picking up at verse 30, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not.
Ain't no time to be rejoicing. Only person need to be rejoicing is Esau. You need to be rejoicing in the little time that you got while you reigning. But for you Israelite, you don't need to be rejoicing and be caught up in no damn mirth. Cause this ain't no time to be in mirth. Keep going.
And they that buy as though they possess not.
Keep going.
And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
And that's the point. The fashion of this world finna pass away. The Lord gave this man a time to rule. And we seeing that this time finna be up. Go to Matthew 24 and verse 3.
God, this is Matthew 24 and verse 3. And it reads, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
So the disciples wanted to know what should be the signs of thy coming, and and when is going to be the end of the world. Now this is not talking about actually the end of the world. This is talking about an end of an age, an end of a rulership. Go to 2nd Esdras 6, yeah, 6 and 7.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6, starting at verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Keep going.
For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world. Who is Esau? Esau is the so-called white man. The crocker that ruled this earth right now. Job 9:24, the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. So this is his kingdom. This is his little heaven, his heavens, his world. And it's going to come to an end. Read it again.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So this is not going to be the end of the world when, this man's kingdom go down the drain. It's not the Lord that make this world just to make it for temporary. He made it forever. Let's prove that. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. I think there's again, 1 and 4.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 4. And it reads, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
The earth abideth forever. So don't be fooled by Esau's little stupid ass movies he be putting out in theaters. Hey, 2012, the end of the world. Nigga, this is gonna be the end of your kingdom. This is the end of your rulership. And it's gonna be the beginning of Yahweh Shai's rulership.
Hey, I just gonna make a quick point because you can go back to the flood. This is that same earth where that took place.
Yep.
Yeah, come. Go back to the who in Matthew?
Yeah, I got the
All right.
This is back in Matthew 24 and verse 3. And it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be and it says, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world?
So what shall be the signs of the Lord's coming in the end of the world? Let's see what's the signs. Keep reading.
And it says in verse 4, Matthew 24 and verse 4, and it says, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. And it says in verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed.
Keep going.
And shall deceive many.
And we seeing a whole lot of prophets deceiving many. Acting like they coming in the Lord's name. But got a lot of them going the wrong way. The blind leading the blind, hey, they both shall fall into the ditch. Keep going.
And it says in Matthew 24 verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
See, this is a sign. These are signs that the Lord have given in these times to look for, to show you it's the end times. Keep going.
And it says, see that ye be not troubled.
But don't be troubled. Don't be troubled in the flesh. Oh shit, man, hey, I'm hearing about wars. I'm even hearing about World War III with America. Don't be troubled in the flesh. Keep going.
And it says in Matthew 24 verse 6, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
See, all these things must come to pass. In order for our kingdom to begin, hey, Esau's kingdom got to go down the drain. So this is how things got to play out in the end time. Keep going.
Yep, and it says, but the end is not yet.
But the end is not yet. Jump to it's not yet. Oh, you still got some on though. You still got some on there.
And it says, in verse 7, for nation, Matthew 24 verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes.
All these are signs. Famine, pestilence, earthquakes. The only thing you gotta do is just type in up on Google, man, just Google earthquakes. You will see earthquakes happening in diverse places. So we seeing these are signs that the Lord has given us to pay attention to. Keep going.
Yep, and it says, and there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
So all these are the beginning of sorrows. All these are the beginning of misery, grief, people losing shit, losing everything. The beginning of America going down the drain. Jump to verse 13.
Jump into verse 13, Matthew 24 verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
See, this is the thing about it. He that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. You got to endure all these trials, tribulations, all the plagues, all the chaos that's finna come to America in these end times. This ain't no time to be weeping and acting like a little bitch or a hoe trying to save America, thinking Donald Trump finna make America great again. No, you got to endure through this. Keep going.
Yep, and it says in Matthew 24 and verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
and then shall the end come. We seeing this gospel being preached throughout all the four corners of the earth. No one cannot say they didn't hear this word. From the YouTube was the big push. The internet, you know, you got brothers in every state preaching this word. So no one can't say that they ain't heard this good news, this gospel. And now you seeing, hey, the prophecy just kicking. It's just popping off like popcorn. Give me that on 2nd Esdras 9:1.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Now how do you measure the time diligently in itself? And this ain't talking about go get a tape measure and try to measure a clock or something, or measure your watch. You measure the time by, hey, giving your mind to this Bible, your attention to the Lord, being occupied in prophecy. Out of prophecy that's written in these scriptures, you're gonna link it up into these days times. Read it again.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, picking up at the top. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
And you gotta measure the time diligently. You gotta always be occupied in prophecy. Give me that in 2 Peter 1 and 10.
1 and 10.
Yeah.
Yep, this is 2 Peter 1 and verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and your election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall.
See, this is what you gotta do. You gotta give diligence. Give diligence to the Lord to make your calling, election sure. So you gotta be measuring the time. Always be occupied in prophecy. Cause you never know what you missing. Taking a day off. You got niggas out here at my age. Took their garment off and took a vacation. A whole lot of stuff going popping off. And you think the Lord, hey, accept you? See, soon you see, hey, the MOTB coming, World War III taking place. I'm finna get back up on the highways and hedges, hey, and prophesy. No, it don't work that way. The Lord said, hey, give diligently. You gotta always be occupied in prophecy. Go back to the 2nd Esdras.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
So when you start to see all the prophecies unfolding, what the Lord revealed to you in this Bible, then you're gonna well understand that the Lord fit to visit this world which he made. Keep going.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
So the Lord already spoke this in existence way before the world has begun. Give me that in Isaiah 46 and 10.
Come on, this is Isaiah 46 and verse 10. It says, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
So the Lord counsel is going to stand, his purpose, his plan. Whatever he set out for how this kingdom is going to end, it's going to end exactly like that. No one cannot stop prophecy. Not you, Esau, Edom. So no matter what you do, whatever clever plans that you got in store, hey, you're not going to upset prophecy in the end. Go back to 2nd Esdras.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, picking up at verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, the end is manifest.
And the end is manifest. See, everything has a beginning in this world, but the end is going to be manifest. And we seeing the end being manifest right before our very eyes. Everything's being revealed. Everything that the Lord has said, everything that the Lord has revealed to his prophets, we're seeing it being manifest before our eyes. So we're seeing the end of his kingdom. And what the scripture said about the end of a thing, give me that Ecclesiastes.
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 8. Better is the end of a thing.
Better it is the end of a thing
than the beginning thereof.
So better it is the end of Edom kingdom than the beginning of it. Because we know the end of this man's kingdom is going to be the beginning of ours. So we waiting patiently, hey, for this man's kingdom to just be destroyed. So we can get the fuck up out of here. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, picking up at verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
So the end is being manifest. It's being shown to us. That was it on there?
Yeah, that was it.
Give me that Habakkuk 2, I think is 3.
All right. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Give me that vision in the blue letter. Let's see what this vision is.
God, this is vision in the blue letter. And it says Strong's H 2377 Chaza 1, and it goes into the outline of biblical usage. It says vision, oracle, prophecy, divine communication.
And this is what we are looking at right now, prophecy. We're seeing the vision that what Habakkuk had. All these prophecies, prophets that was ordained by the Lord, and the Lord has revealed all of that in the end time. What's going to happen? So everything that these prophets had, hey, we seeing it happening right now. Going back to Habakkuk 2 and 3.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
So it was made in an appointed time. The Lord has already said in advance when it's going to happen. So it's not going to happen on the time when you think it's going to happen, or whenever you feel like it should happen. Keep going.
But at the end it shall speak
keep reading, Salaki.
And not lie.
So in the end, it's going to speak and not lie. So we seeing that, hey, these prophecy, these vision is speaking and not lying. It's showing to you, hey, crystal clear. Keep going.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Though it tarry, wait for it. So you got to be patient. Patience goes into suffering. So we know one day with the Lord is 1,000 years. So time moving different here on earth than in the spiritual realm, in heavens. So it may move, it may feel like it's moving slow to you, but hey, in the spiritual realm, man, that shit, hey, ramp it up. So it's turning up. So we living in some times where, hey, shit can just pop off at any moment. But you ain't paying attention. You ain't paying attention to the prophecies that are unfolding right in front of your very eyes. Let's get that in 2nd Ezra 4 and 37. Yeah.
Come on, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 37. And it reads, by measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times. He doeth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
So the Lord is not gonna move nor stir whatever he set in advance just because this unbelief Israelite don't believe that, hey, this is not gonna happen. No World War III is not gonna take place. See, the Lord got everything set in order. The MOTB cannot come unless Jacob's trouble come. Hey, and World War III cannot come until the MOTB come. So the Lord got everything set in order. Everything got to play out. Read it again.
God, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 37. By measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times, and he doeth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
So the set measure gotta be fulfilled. Jacob's trouble gotta be fulfilled for the MOTB to be implemented on the people. The MOTB gotta be implemented on the people for World War III to take place. This is how the Lord has appointed time. This is how the Lord has appointed the vision, the prophecies in the end time. Give me that in Ephesians.
All right. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
So you need to be walking circumspectly in these end times. Not as fools, but wise. And doing what?
Redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Redeeming the time because the days are evil. You need to be trying to buy back times. The time that you was heavy engulfed in darkness, now the Lord brought you to this marvelous light. So you need to be walking circumspectly. Being circumspect is looking around you, paying attention to what the hell is going on. Paying attention to prophecies unfolding. Not as fools, rejoicing, buying shit, catering to their woman. This is what you need to be doing. Paying attention to what's going on. Keep reading.
Picking up at verse 17. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess.
So don't be drunk with the wine of this world, the philosophy, the ways of this world, because, hey, you're going to get caught as a thief in the night when the Lord returns, not paying attention to it. Keep going.
And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit.
But be filled with the Spirit. Walk in the Spirit, and you should not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Keep going.
Picking up at verse 19.
Oh, that was it on that.
Okay.
Let's end it off with the 2 Peter 3 and read it in NLT. Read it in NLT.
This is
Yeah.
Come on, this is second Peter chapter 3 and verse 3 in the NLT. It says, most importantly, I want to remind you that in the last days, scoffers will come.
So we seen in the last days scoffers coming, mocking the Lord. Just a brother just did a video just the other couple of days ago, like 2 or 3 days ago. The brother from South Carolina, you had a scoffer that don't believe in the Lord talking about, man, why would the Lord create us just for us to die or know our destiny? Like, he gonna create us, oh, I'm gonna die like this, I'm gonna die like that. Like, what type of God is that? Why should I serve that type of God? But this is the type of people that we got in these end times. Scoffers, mockers, mocking the prophets, making TikTok videos. Keep going.
Yep, and it says in 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3, finishing up, and it says, mocking the truth and following their own desires.
They following their own desire. This is what you're going to be seeing in the end times. Keep going.
And it says in verse 4, they will say, what happened to the promise that Yahushua is coming again? Question mark. And it says from before the times of our ancestors, everything has remained the same since the world was first created.
See, they mocking. Like, everything's still going on as usual. Y'all been saying that the Lord was gonna come back in 2000. Here it is, the world is still going on. Everything is normal. Ain't paying attention. Don't know what time that they living in. Keep going.
Yep, and it says 2 Peter 3 and verse 5 in the NLT, they deliberately forget that Yahushua made the heavens by the word of his command, and he brought the earth out from the water and surrounded it with water.
Keep going.
And it says in verse 6, Then he used the water to destroy the ancient world with a mighty flood.
And that ancient world is talking about, hey, back in the days of Noah, when he flooded the earth. And those people then thought, hey, didn't know that a flood was going to hit them. They just was doing as usual in these times that we are living in, that, hey, everybody giving into their lust, going to work, still doing what they normally do. But they didn't know a flood was going to hit them. Keep going.
Yep, and it says in 2 Peter 3 and verse 7 in the NLT, and by the same word, the present heavens and earth have been stored up for fire.
So by that same word that Noah was prophesying to them back in the days of Noah, hey, the Lord using that same word in these times to prophesy to you Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native American, Hispanic, that this world, while here, this kingdom is preserved for fire. Keep going.
And it says they are being kept for the judgment. They are being kept for the day of judgment, when ungodly people will be destroyed.
Where ungodly people is going to be destroyed. So the ones who ain't paying attention to these end times, and you're going to be destroyed. You Israelites, specifically, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Hispanic. So you ain't awake in these end times, hey, you're going to be destroyed. So I hope this message is edifying to you,